So this is a 1990s model Honda XR100. I got a pretty darn good price on it because it wasn't super powerful, even though it was riding. The reason it wasn't super powerful is because the carburetor was from an XR80. So today I finally got my XR100 carburetor in, and that's what we're going to do today, is put it on. This is not a special informative video. This is more of a come and join me and hang out in the shop with me. I decided to buy this XR100 a while back ago because I would either have my truck and it was hard to load a four-wheeler up to go and check on cows, or I would have to get my side-by-side, which is an older mule, and you know, those things are not super comfortable in the cold. So one way or the other, I would have to drive way down the road, and I'd always get really cold if I was driving that. So I decided that it would be kind of cool to have something that was easy to load in the back of pretty much any truck. Something that was light, but still powerful enough to get anywhere. After I got this, I've been kind of riding it around a little bit with that XR80 carburetor. Even though it was lacking power, it still did pretty decent. But I've actually enjoyed it just for that, because it's light enough, I can pick it up and put it in the back of a vehicle. And I considered buying something bigger, but one thing I like about the XR100 is it is considered to be not only the best of the best when it comes to toughness, but it's even considered to be the best of the Honda XRs. You tell me what you think in the comments, if you know anything about the XR100s or the XR series at all, the 90s model Honda dirt bikes. After having this for a while here on the farm, one of the cool things that I noticed is I could get into more places than I even could with a four-wheeler. Before, I thought, man, you can pretty much do whatever you want with a four-wheeler. But it's kind of interesting because this thing is shorter than some dirt bikes, and it's very small. So it pretty much gives you the ability to go anywhere that a cow can go. You can go down any cattle trail. You can go down anything you want. So I really love it. Now, after getting this, I have actually been enjoying it so much, I've been kind of considering getting into dirt biking as far as kind of a sport, but I'm not sure what size that I would use. This is definitely a small dirt bike for anything, you know, big and crazy. But I really like the XRs. I like what they look like. The fact that you sit lower in the seat than some of your more modern dirt bikes. But I also like the way that they perform, and I like the reliability and quality. And of course, I know that there are lots of good dirt bikes out there. I would love to hear your opinion on what your favorite dirt bike is, or your favorite sport vehicle if you have one. But like I said, I would love to consider getting into this. Like I said, I don't know for sure what direction I would go, but what I'm thinking is more of a trail bike. I don't think I'm wanting to get into any kind of crazy jumping or anything like that, really. Definitely not any kind of racing. Not that I wouldn't enjoy that. I just don't think that's the direction I'd want to go. I think what I would enjoy more is having a trail bike that I could, when I'm traveling on shutdown jobs or something, I could have this smaller bike that would be powerful enough to pack maybe a few tools and things like that, some water, and I could get out on a trail somewhere that I've never been and kind of ride and just enjoy the view and scenery, and see more than I would if I was hiking. it is possible that this XR100 would be all that I needed. Let me know in the comments if you think that this dirt bike would cover those needs. I love the XR400 and even the XR650 if I was planning on maybe packing out for a couple of days and even camping and things like that. But I'm not sure that that's the direction that I'll be going with this. I think the main thing that I want in a bike is something with some good suspension and maybe a little bit more comfortable seat. This bike is really good for what I'm using it for, but when I go to riding for about 3 hours, I start noticing it starts getting a little bit uncomfortable, and the suspension isn't the best. I know that you can upgrade all those things, so like I said, if anyone has any experience on that, let me know. I'm about 190 pounds, probably closer to 200 when I'm wearing normal clothes to get out and ride. I think maybe the XR250 would be the best if I ever got into trail riding, because it would have a little bit more of a comfortable seat, it would be a little bit more powerful, and a little bit better suspension. What I really need is something that I can pack a few tools on, maybe even some extra fuel. I don't know if I'll ever be riding quite that long. And definitely some water and things like that, mostly in case I end up breaking down and getting stuck somewhere. Be nice to be able to carry a little bit extra weight. But for what I'm doing with this bike, it has been really cool. I've really enjoyed that. And it's actually a lot of fun just here on the farm. It's more fun than I thought it would be, being as small as it is. I half expected it to be a little bit miserable, even like not really all that fun, and just using it more as a tool where I just load it up because it's light and I can get in and out pretty much anywhere. If I do decide to keep this as the permanent bike, then I may go ahead and upgrade the suspension on it. I haven't really been into dirt biking. I've rode some dirt bikes with some friends and family a little bit here and there, but I've never done it a whole lot. So I'm not like super versed on the knowledge of everything in this sport. Again, I'd love to hear y'all's feedback on any of that kind of stuff. I will say that I am kind of enjoying even just working on it. I mean, it is so easy to get to everything, so convenient, small enough it rolls right over here close to everything, and definitely loving this new mechanic section that I have here. It's just absolutely awesome. I've actually been working on a shutdown job close to home, and I had one day off. They had a little bit of an in-between thing, so I figured I'd take the day and make a little bit of a video and come in here and just enjoy the shop. I really enjoy getting out and making videos for y'all, even if it's just enjoyable videos. It's actually kind of nice just to have this bike around when I have more people come over and visit, there's plenty stuff for everyone to get out and ride together. Well, that has got all this put back together. There is supposed to be a ring with a Phillips head screw that goes right here. Of course, because they had an XR80 on there, they had to kind of modify it, and they put that on there. That's not going to work because it's not going to put the tension where it needs to go. Otherwise, I'd go ahead and put it on there. I would love to go ahead and film this for y'all, but I don't know that I'll be able to today. The one thing I'm looking at is that this is not, it's like it's pulled in enough, it's not seating in. So I don't know if that's something I'm doing or if they have changed this manifold right here. If it's a different manifold, like maybe it's a shorter manifold. I don't know. Y'all, somebody in the comments, let me know what y'all think about this. But that's going to wrap up today's video. Guys, thank y'all so much for joining me, and tell me what you think about the XR100.